Welcome back to the shed, everyone. It's Sunday morning, choring is done, time to have fun. So yeah, here we are. We're going to look at the torches again. So a few little things that I've been trying to modify, namely the CK torches that I know and love, are all fitted with this 5/8 inch gas fitting, which would ultimately connect back to a regulator or a machine. In this instance, the Tetrix has a gas 1/4 or a straight thread quarter NPT, I think, fitting, which obviously that won't connect to. So I think in a previous video I'd showed the adapter plug that I made, a short little pigtail with 2 ends on each. I'm actually going the next step. I'm trying to look at a little bit more permanent solution. So what I got around to doing was getting a quarter NPT nut and silver brazing that to a 5/8 female nut, and then just using a male to male joiner 5/8 there. So what that will allow me to do is to connect it up into the machine like so, and then have a nice easy way to adapt back to what I want. The problem I did run into, and I've since modified in this picture, is the Safeloc, the dinse Safeloc connector. It has an odd shape. It's actually fatter on the bottom than the top, which means if the orientation of how it all secures down is pointing in the direction of the gas fitting, as you can probably see from that orientation, you can't connect anything to it, which is a real pain in the rear. So I'll get a bit of a more steady shot here and I will show you how I resolved. So this is the configuration that the Safeloc looks like when it's in its factory form, well, the way it was delivered to me at least. You can see the dinse connector has this keyway or key here, which sits at about what's that? Well, 1 o'clock in this orientation, but about 11 o'clock when it's set up on the machine, it actually orientates itself sort of like that. Now, the problem with that is that when you look up at the machine, obviously once it's all tightened down, lost focus. Once it's on the machine, it impedes the ability to connect your gas hoses up for your torch. So the way I got around that is take the Safeloc connector apart, like so. So that's the arrangement there. Obviously this would all be tight in a real scenario, but undo this and you can see you've got a mating face and another face there. What I did was just get a washer that will fit in here, or in this, on this section here, tighten it down, and through that action it actually forms itself into a concave shape, you might be able to see, which just acts like a shim. And what that does is it essentially changes the orientation in which this keyway lines up to the point where it now sits 120 degrees roughly away from where it was before, which just by sheer luck, that was not by design, but with enough shims we'd be able to change this orientation, and by this now everything lines up the way it should, which is really good. So that fits together like so. That on there, clamp down, locking nut on. Obviously that would be tightened with a spanner. And that goes back where it can or does on the machine. So here it is. Everything is connected up. There's plenty of clearance where it needs to be. Our bulbous section on that Safeloc connector is pointing in the other direction, away from obstructions for the gas line, and everything is right with the world again. So that's just a little bit of a quick tip for you. A few minutes of your time. Hopefully you enjoy, and see you next time.